right. Welcome back to This Week in ZA, the podcast where we dive into the world of software engineering over a slice of pizza. My name's Kodad, here with my co-host Chad on the other side. And every week we sit down with a guest from the industry to talk about culture, projects, and everything in between while eating some great food. Today's guest is podcast host and man about town, Richard Campbell. And we're eating two pizzas, the classic pepperoni cream cheese from Ramos and a Canadian bacon pineapple Hawaiian pizza also from Ramos, though sans cream cheese on that one.
I've never seen cream cheese on a pizza.
We're about to find out.
Full stop. So, but I'm willing to try.
Okay, so stick around if you want to hear some great insights, share a laugh or two, and maybe get a little bit hungry. Let's dig in.
All right, we're going to open with the same question we always start with.
Okay.
What is your biggest mistake, or at least maybe your most funny mistake would be
Funny.
better?
Oh boy, funny. Yeah, my funny mistake. It might have been coming here and getting cream cheese on the pizza.
There you go.
Sure. I got to try this.
Hey, you're going to have to take this culture back.
You know, pepperoni is just enough bite that the cream cheese is not going to wreck it.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
That is good.
Now, sometimes you can add jalapeno on there too if you need a little bit extra.
Up the heat.
Yeah, then it's fantastic.
I do like a little spicy on it as well. In 2009,
Wow.
a buddy of mine, Ricky, comes over, and I was big into SETI at home at the time. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And I built out a large rack in my house
Oh, wow.
during the dot-com boom because I was doing a lot of performance tuning and stuff. And it always end up in these Microsoft labs for weeks at a time tuning up the rig. And so by putting a couple of 40U racks in the house, we could actually bring the rig to my
your house?
place. Yeah, it was in my house.
Oh, okay.
I got busted as a grow-up for a couple of times because your power consumption gets a little wonky when you run down my computer. Ask me how I know. But, you know, literally the company that I was configuring for, the failover and scaling and so forth, they just send me for the servers, like enough gear and the load balancer, and I'd load it up in the rack. I had redundant internet connections. I had a generator backup and so forth. So I could literally bench all of that when we got the configuration right. Then we'd propagate it on the rest of the machines, ship them all out. Off you go. More time at home, right? Good. My kids were little, like I was doing my best. And in this meantime, when there was not a lot going on, I just cranked the servers up with SETI at home work units, right?
Yep.
And I did a lot of water cooling and stuff like this. As a joke I told on .NET Rocks ages ago. It's like, hey, you know, my tea's a little cold. I'll crank a couple of SETI at home work units because I actually had the little heater block with the water loop in it to warm up the coffee. Anyway, my buddy comes over in 2009. He goes, "You got to stop running SETI at home." Why? He says, like, you need to mine Bitcoin.
Oh.
I'm like, what the heck is Bitcoin? He shows the whole thing to me, and I look and I go, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not wasting compute on that. I'm going to look for aliens. Anyway, I didn't find any aliens.
Oh, wow.
But
How much money do you think you left there?
well, back then, when you completed a block, it was 50 coins.
Yeah.
Oh.
50. Now, let's be clear. There was no, you know, coin bank and all of those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So you would have had those things on a drive. Most of those coins are lost because the
Yeah.
drives fail, people lose them. And even when they didn't, as they tried to transfer in those servers, they get stolen and stuff. Like, the chances I really would have pulled it off are pretty remote.
Yeah. But,
50
not zero.
coins, dude.
I don't know, yeah. Oh,
Per block. So,
And you had computers to do it.
I did, and they were sitting there, and I needed to warm my coffee anyway, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you had to warm your coffee. I mean,
made
you couldn't
perfect
use a
sense.
microwave like the rest of us.
Nah, that's crazy. Here's my other Bitcoin story. You'll appreciate this because this is one I actually got. I was on a board of a company, which will remain nameless. We had a VP who had known for a while, and we were arguing about sort of outcomes in the industry about things changing and so forth. And he was very adamant about this particular change. And he's like, "I'll bet you $1,000 that company switches in this next year." And I'm like, "That's a really dumb bet. Like, you really should not make that bet." And he's absolutely insistent. Like, okay, I completely disagree with what you're doing. I think this is a bad idea, but I will take your bet. And then years go by, and of course he was wrong. And didn't pay right away, which is that's not good style.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
yeah.
you gotta. And so I kind of let it be known after a month or two that, like, listen, you make a bet, you pay your bet, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I get an email. He's sent me 2 Bitcoin when they were about $600 and going down
Yep.
fast. So he's like, "Hey, here's 2 Bitcoin. I want to make it square. just decide what you want to do with it because it may not be worth that. But it was about $1,200 at that particular moment. So I'm like, now I got to set up an account and receive the coin and all that stuff.
Things.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, what do you do with this stuff? And then I found out Newegg took Bitcoin. So I'm like, I'm going to buy computer parts with it, right?
Yeah.
So I get in there, order a bunch of parts. Use up almost all the coin. I got some computer parts, great. Debt well paid, got some good stuff from it. Next time you look, Bitcoin's at like $10,000.
Yep.
So I go in and check the account again, and I have like 0.2 coin left. But that's still $2,000.
Yeah.
So I go back to Newegg and order a whole bunch more parts. Then one day you look over and Bitcoin's at $100,000.
Yeah.
I had $200,000 at one point.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's my Bitcoin story.
I have a similar one. I still remember people like talking about doing it in those early days, and I had the same kind of reaction of, you've got to be
This is
kidding
the
me.
dumbest thing.
Yeah, who would do this?
Yeah.
And I watched it go by as well.
Yeah. Maybe we would have been the lucky ones, right? It's just every Bitcoin bro I ever met, I don't know that I'd have a meal with them. Like, you make money on that particular way. It's like you haven't earned it.
Yeah.
And so it makes everybody pretty weird. So I'm not terribly unhappy, but every so often I think back that, boy, if I just mined a few of those 50 coin blocks and had been careful with them, it'd be a different conversation, wouldn't it?
Be getting gold flakes on our pizza.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Just foil on everything.
Yes. Wow.
I always figured I would have been one of the guys that got the Papa John's pizza or whatever when they started taking it.
Yeah.
Now they look back and they're like, I spent 100 coins on a pizza.
On a pizza, yeah, right?
The most expensive pizza ever.
That's a pretty pricey pizza. You could have done a lot with that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so how are you feeling about the pizza?
It was a good pizza.
Okay. What do you think about the cream cheese?
It's not offensive.
Okay.
I am less upset than I thought I would be.
That's a start.
Yeah. But I like the balance that these guys have struck between this is not a thick doughy crust and it's not a real crisp crust. It's like right in the middle of the two. It's got a little play, it's got a little chew. It doesn't crack too hard, but it's not doughy.
Yeah.
So well done. Nicely played.
I think their dough and sauce takes any of their pies up to another level before you even do anything.
Well, the Italians will tell you, like, if you can't just eat the crust on its own and love it, it's not good crust, right? So the toppings are kind of secondary, and I think this almost bats it out of league. I wouldn't mind eating a piece of that crust on it just to see what it was like.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I don't know, do they do handle sauce up north?
I don't know.
So that's just like garlic sauce that you can dip your pizza
Yeah,
handle in when
you
you're
do
done?
see garlic sauce.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I'm in ranch country, right? Like, I've seen a lot of
That's
ranch
true.
around here.
You are in ranch country, yeah.
Yeah, they sell it at the airport. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Well,
As you're leaving,
the World Cup did a thing, right?
Yeah.
And the Europeans were all in. I was delighted to just
Yeah.
see people excited about America because I don't know, it's been a tough couple of years.
It's been a rough few years.
It's not easy being a Canadian at times, you know.
Does it affect you?
I mean, not for the most part. I'm an old white guy, right? Like I travel a lot, and I look like most people's dad now.
Yeah.
So they really are not interested in me.
You're just like, what's this guy here
yeah,
for?
whatever, just go.
He probably wants a bunch of Bitcoin. Just let him do it.
Well, the argument it used to be is when in Biden's administration across the board, they asked me 3 questions like, where are you going, how long are you staying, when are you going, right? Like that's it. That's the normal kind of thing. These days, I don't ask any questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they take my passport, they take my picture, and they go, "You have a good day."
No.
So I don't know if it's just that the surveillance state is advanced, or it's but it's pretty low friction for me.
Okay.
But I don't think that's true for everybody.
That's not true for everyone. I would.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm pretty sure. I haven't done as much international traveling in the
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, last time I left, I feel like you just kind of looked in the. It wasn't.
Oh,
an iPad,
yeah.
But there's some kind of camera, and they visually tracked all that, and they're just like, yeah, no, this guy's good.
We're trying to get some benefits of all this surveillance capability. Sometimes the airlines now have a camera at the gate, and they just see you and go, "Oh, that's you," and you're in, right?
Yeah.
Like no more scanning boarding cards and things and trying to reduce the friction. But let's not talk about any privacy. That's not a thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I think we've given up on that equation.
Especially with all the AI type stuff. I feel like they've.
Well, once upon a time, you felt like you had some privacy because there's no way you could look through all that
Yeah.
video. Now we have tools that can.
Yeah, it can. So it's like, we can't pull it off.
Yeah. And I think that's just the reality of what we're facing. I don't have a big problem with cameras, honestly. My issue is what you do with the data.
Yeah.
Right. And I think there's a lot of. I had a friend who worked on the digital signage systems for Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift has the largest number of restraining orders of anybody in the world.
Oh.
Like, she's got something like 3,000 or 4,000 people that are not allowed to be within like 150 yards of her.
Oh, I was flipping that in my mind.
Yeah.
Returning orders against
She's
Taylor
not
Swift.
the problem here, okay?
It's good to define that.
Yeah. And so as it was described to me, at any given concert, there's 2 of them in the audience.
Oh.
They just don't know which 2. Right?
Oh.
And the problem here is that, I mean, these security guys are good, but they can't memorize that many faces.
No, and
So they built these digital signage systems that are all the directions for the T-shirts and stuff like that. So everybody looks at them and they get a picture of everybody's face, and then the image mapping figures out what are the 2, and they send those pictures down to the security guys, and then they go find them and get them out of there.
Wow.
I mean, it's a good system.
that is really impressive.
Right? And you think about, you're in a semi-public place that is an arena like
Yeah.
that. You want footage of that
Yeah.
place in case there's an issue. It's just what happens with that footage after that.
Yeah.
Like at some point, that footage needs to be put away.
Yeah.
And certainly, under some reasonable level of control. It's just that, especially in this country, there's such a distrust of government doing anything correct that it's better to do nothing. And that, falls nicely into the hands of the folks who want to take advantage of that system. Like, I spent a lot of time in a lot of other countries, and most of them just insist on their government being competent. Not that it works out, but at least they insist.
Yeah.
Right? And we try and do better.
Yeah.
Because what's the alternative, really?
Yeah.
Except no controls.
Yeah.
And then all the problems those represent.
That's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought. That's pretty clever. Having some signage that gets people to look at it.
Yeah, so they get every face.
Yes.
Right. It's
Yes.
good. It's an intelligent system. Like our engineering minds grab that and go, that's really clever.
Yeah,
that's
it is,
good.
yeah.
That's a good idea. And then the privacy of the security guy, you put your tinfoil hat on, you're like, this is good.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
And so, I think the challenge always with the data is responsible use.
Yeah.
Like, how do we do the right by this data, allow it to protect people and not harm people?
Yeah, and I can only imagine too, like it could be used tracking, see what people go by.
Yep.
If you do this little thing, you have now a lot of data to show.
Yeah.
If we did this to them, will they come more likely to buy? If we show this text, you could learn a lot probably.
Yeah, digital signage has gone that way, where these recognizers are so good that they can judge an approximate age, gender, mood, all of those sorts of things, and then change the glass on the cooler as a digital sign, and literally pitch a custom ad to the person based on their demographic.
Yeah.
To encourage them to buy a particular
Well, if it
product.
saw you, it would, hey, what about this whiskey?
There you go. Yeah.
Well, now it's going to say how
Or what do grandpas want?
Where was this cream cheese for this pizza?
Yes.
There's cream cheese over
You
here.
need more cream cheese. Like that's definitely what you need. I got to try the pineapple.
Yep.
This is a Canadian phenomenon, right? They have ham and pineapple. I'm vaguely sorry about that. I mean, sweet things on pizza is kind of weird, but
I don't mind the pineapple on pizza.
I don't mind pineapple on
I
pizza.
feel like a lot of people around here don't.
I think it's pretty common at this point. I
can
eat
back-
a lot of pizza, so I'm not like a representation of the people that don't eat a lot of pizza. But
I mean, we are pizza connoisseurs.
yes,
Right.
We're professional pizza eaters.
And so, as somebody who's now consumed and makes a show about consuming an awful lot of whiskey, you get a lot broader in your interest. You just want to try different things, right?
that's true.
And so I think you can't afford to be snobby about pizza if you're going to make a show about pizza. You've got to try them all.
You got to try them all.
It's very Pokemon.
Yeah, you got to try them all.
Pizza man.
But I like pineapple on pizza. It's not my favorite.
No, it's not the first one I choose, but
What would be your first pizza?
I've read the classic pepperoni
That's
or
your-
a pepperoni and mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah. I
I
don't
Pepperoni
mind it.
cream cheese.
Until about 15 minutes ago, I would have said no, and then I had this, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. What about if we had jalapenos to it?
Yeah, a little more heat is always a good thing.
Hot honey, maybe.
He would like
Yeah.
the Randy Ross.
Yeah.
So it's that, but it's spicy pepperoni.
Yeah.
And then spicy chicken.
Yeah.
With cream cheese.
And hot honey's so hip these days.
It is. It is. I do like it though. Sometimes like things become popular, and you're like, why?
Yeah, and then you try it and you're like, okay, yeah,
I
that's
can eat
fair.
a lot of this.
Are there a lot of gas stations that make pizza up north?
No,
Because that's also very popular around here.
that's sort of a 7-Eleven thing.
Sure. Do they do pizza?
The inexpensive pizza, yeah.
Really?
And we got plenty of Domino's and that sort of, cheap these places are easy to come by.
Sure.
But I don't think I've traveled across the U.S. a lot, typically with .NET Rocks doing road trips and things. So I've been to a ton of the big gas stations and the Buc-ee's. And things
sure.
like- There's just nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think we move enough people around. Like we only have one highway, right? With this one highway that goes all the way across.
Because all the people are up to work.
Everybody lives within a couple hundred miles of the southern border, right? So we have one highway. You never know what we call it.
Highway?
One.
Is it?
No, I mean, around the cities there's other highways, but there's one highway goes all the way across, and that's where you would think you'd find the truck stops and things. There's just not enough people.
So there's not there's not a Buc-ee's.
There's not a Buc-ee's. There's not a Pilot.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not that safe. There are some bigger stops, like when you get out in the prairies where that's the only place. But it's just, till you've seen the scale. But, especially when you get into the prairies, like Saskatchewan is 4 times the size of California, 250,000 people.
Almost no one.
Yeah, and it's dead flat, right? It makes Kansas look crazy, right? It's the kind of place where you can watch your dog run away from home for 3 days.
I'll go get him eventually.
He might make it to Manitoba. It's a long way, but you're going to see him the whole time.
Wow.
New one.
I have at times driven. You can go across Canada, just driven down on the U.S. side because the I-90 is a good road. Mm-hmm. That's the northern highway, so you take that one.
So you prefer the United States side of that?
Just for speed.
Just for speed.
Yeah, and plus, they can only find me. I don't live in that country, so and some of these tickets are dirt cheap. I think I got tagged in Michigan for one time. It's like $120. I'm like, can I buy 4 of these advance? Because I really got to haul ass out of here.
I just want to.
You know what? You really shouldn't do that. It makes them angry. That's a mistake.
Can I prepay?
Yeah, I'll just throw them out the window. It's like, can we do that? I'll just do that. I do the run back and forth from Vancouver to Microsoft in Redmond in Washington State routinely. I mean, almost every month. Yeah. It's one of the secrets of .NET Rocks is that I'm often able to go down and see the product teams in person, and I'm under all the NDAs in the world, so they'll often just show me the product roadmaps for the next year. And I'm not allowed to tell anybody, but I can plan a set of shows and say, given that you're going to launch this in the end of the year, how can we get people ready? And just make a couple of shows over time to get people prepared so when the announcements come, everybody knows what to do. The product lands better, the devs know what to do, their bosses think they're smart, like everybody's happy. It's a good formula. But it's about a 3-hour drive. So then you have dinner with some folks and so forth, and you're on the road at like 10 o'clock at night. And I don't know, you get a little lead-footed that time, right? The highway's awfully empty. Like once you get clear Redmond and Everett, get north there,
there's nothing.
It's all. The I-5 is nothing on it.
So you're just going.
You just go.
And once in a while, those tickets.
Once in a while you get tagged, right? And just be polite. The Canadian thing works. You Nebraskans know how this works. Yes, and then pay the ticket as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
That's don't not pay the ticket. That would be bad.
Have you done that?
I've always paid the ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, the consequences, that he can actually arrest you then if you have an unpaid ticket. So, and nobody wants that. At least of all him, that's too much paperwork.
Yeah, he doesn't want the paperwork.
He's just going to give you the ticket as long as you're reasonable to him.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a whole lot of problems. And these days, because I look like their dad, you get away with it.
You get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm going home to see my grandkids.
Yeah. It was like, I was okay with you doing 85, then you passed that truck and it was like 100 miles an hour. And like, what are you doing? I'm going home. Yeah. What are you doing?
Why are you even out here this hour?
And then he has nothing to say. So he goes away and he comes back and he goes, all right, $120. Yeah, fine. Thanks. And I'm genuine to ask, like, be safe, friend. Yeah. Like, I'm glad you're willing to pull me over in a safe way. I don't want you to get hurt. Those guys do a hard job. Yep. And I'm going to pay your fine. Absolutely. Right?
How many tickets have you had?
Not that many.
Okay. It felt like we were having a lot of tickets.
But you think about how long I've done .NET Rocks.
That's true. Right? That's true.
So after 20-something years of doing that, like,
it adds up.
Yeah. And most of the time, it's a tax. Every few years you get tagged. That's just your tax.
It's just a tax. Yeah. Can you deduct that on your income tax?
Yeah, I don't think I'd go for that one. That's not a good idea. I'll tell you the only difference between doing it back when I was like 30-something and now. At this point in my life, if I'm getting a little sleepy on the highway, I just pull over in a rest stop and take a nap. Yeah. I'm not going to roll down the windows and crank up the music and hammer my way through. I'm just going to have a snooze. Live longer and less stress.
You don't go to the closest Buc-ee's, obviously not a Buc-ee's, and buy like 5 of those 5-hour.
Oh, do an energy drink and then I do get home and I don't sleep for the next 3 days? Yeah. Like that's not an improvement. Yeah. And even then, when you do get home, you're wired, right? Mm-hmm. Like I got in at 1 a.m, but I'm not going to be asleep till 3.
Yep, you're going to do something else.
Yeah, you kind of wreck the day, and that's not doing anything. Yeah. So way better off. You get old enough, you just learn, forget it. Take a snooze. you'll wake up in 20 minutes or so because you're going to be hurting. 'Cause you're in a car seat, and then but you can make it home safely, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Are you that guy we're going to see sleeping in the self-driving car going down the interstate?
Yeah, that bothers the heck out of me. Like that just seems like a bad idea.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the tech's cool. I don't drive a Tesla. I don't think I could now. I have daughters, right? I don't think they would talk to me if I did that. I have a Rivian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Truck?
Yeah, the truck. Because we live up on where we live up on the coast, you have to do all your own green race and so forth. And that machine is awesome. It's just a great, reliable. I was just talking to somebody who's like, "Oh, how's the battery life? Are you losing battery life?" I'm like, "No, we're 50,000 kilometers and 4 years in, and the range hasn't gone down at all." And I think it's just because we mostly charge at home, so we don't strain to trust the battery. You always just live between 20 and 80, and that battery's just been unaffected. You know, I think we've learned how to take care of those batteries now. I mean, the truck's up to stuff a lot, right? Yeah. You know, I know I shut it off and walked away, but then it's just buzzing and clicking and humming and fans are going and stuff. Like it's up to stuff. But and it takes care of itself.
Actually, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
And I realize we're supposed to be rating pizza, but I'm going to go ahead and go here.
We'll get there.
This wasn't one of my questions or even thought. Were you at on, kind of AI or car driving?
The like fully self-driving.
Fully self-driving.
I think it's a way harder problem than we
What?
can deal with.
Fully self-driving.
Yeah, the level 5.
The level
like,
5.
Truly.
Yes.
You know, to the point where there is no steering wheel in the car.
Yeah, or like you could sit in the back seat and read a book.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, when it is like I've done a Waymo, and it's just a regular car with a lot of stuff stuck to it. But that's you sit in the back. There's nobody in the front. But I know
known area though.
Yeah, they do this really
Yeah,
serious
yeah.
detailed mapping. It's like one city at a time kind of thing, and they don't really do highways. But
They do weather and stuff though, like
to a
I wouldn't
degree,
be
for
curious
them,
about bad winter, like.
but they don't. They've never gone like they haven't done Minnesota,
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to do
There's
it.
a reason they're doing like San Francisco
Yeah.
and Austin, and so they're managing that problem space. But the futurist in me is like, hey, I can just get it. I mean, I don't have to waste this time anymore. The car just takes care of itself. They all park themselves off. You know, our personal car utilization is 5 to 10% at the best if you're a commuter, and 2 or 3 if you're not. To get a car to 50, 60, 70% utilization, just is I like that efficiency muscle. Could we get to the confidence level where you literally put your underage kids in an automated car to take them to school? Like. That's an interesting idea. Like increased mobility, all of that is really powerful. But the technologist in me actually has a sense of how hard the problem is. Like, I don't think we crack this problem anytime soon. It's really a very hard problem. Even the Waymos have a total meltdown because of emergency vehicles or a blocked lane or any of those kinds of things. So, the reality is that driving is a series of exception cases. And software has a tough time with exception cases, and that's tough. Well, I think we'll have automated flying before we have automated driving.
Well, there are less things going on there, right?
And more dimensions to work in,
Yep.
right? And most people fly poorly.
Yeah.
Like you're actually better off like letting a
Yep,
machine
yep.
do it. So, if I could get one of those man-sized drones that would fly itself, that I could get from the coast where I live into the city and back again in a half an hour, like I'd be all over that.
But like you're heading from Canada or to Redmond.
Yeah.
Do you think anytime in the near future be able to your Rivian will just drive you straight there, and you'll be taking that instead of taking a 20-minute nap over at the Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of product placements today.
Yeah.
For a lot of companies.
Not
getting
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Because just distance maintaining cruise control and lane management is most of the work,
Yep.
right? And I use that distance maintaining cruise control all
I do
the
too.
time.
Yeah.
It's safe,
Yep.
right? I just renewed my insurance on the vehicle where it said they specifically mentioned the automatic stop as a reduction in the insurance price. Like the actuaries know when the cars are this smart, they have fewer accidents. So, I mean, those are all good features. Maybe only highway driving, right?
Yep.
I mean, most of the Tesla SFD stuff seems to work best just
Yep.
highway driving.
Good weather highway driving.
Good weather highway driving, and it's smart enough to just turn itself off when the weather's too poor.
Yep.
The sensors are having problems. Because you think about when are we the biggest danger? It is the long, boring highway
Yeah.
haul, right? And so that part was automated, okay, but the detailed parts, it's just hard.
Yeah.
And I don't see any. If the data set was going to solve this, And we have this terrible disease as technologists. It's pure science fiction. This idea that entropy will work in reverse, right? That as long as we piled enough stuff in, new things would emerge, right? And that's not how it works. More stuff in, larger mess. And so if Tesla was actually collecting enough data that suddenly this problem would be solved, I think it would have happened by now.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the
They have tons of data.
billions of
Yeah.
hours, and it's still not solved. Admittedly, Elon, has done his own crazy by like refusing LiDAR. He only wants to use optical, right? Where the Waymos have had a lot more success with LiDAR.
Especially in certain circumstances, I think that would have some
Oh,
advantages,
sure.
right?
There's clearly been some Tesla-related accidents because it wasn't LiDAR.
Yeah.
And so the optical could not see a white side of a truck. Like
Yeah.
that kind of problem. But yeah, if the data set was going to solve it, it probably would have by now. So, you know, I just think that's a fiction. We have to come up with a new way of thinking, and that's true research, and that's hard to get to.
I also, like, you know, we mentioned the long drive one. That one feels the most useful.
Sure.
Like, I'm in the vehicle already, so sometimes, like, if I'm just driving right here, I don't know if the benefit, because I have to be in the car anyways.
Yeah.
So what is getting a long road trip, I think it would help me, because then I could, you know, maybe take that nap or...
And you're less tired when you know the vehicle's maintaining distances. And
Yeah.
I mean, even in bumper-to-bumper traffic, having a distance maintainer just doing the
Yeah.
bumper along for you is good. Like, all of that's less stress.
Yeah.
I mean, just less worn out when you get to where you're going. So I think those incremental improvements, they're already happening.
Yeah.
We have those things.
Yeah.
The rest, you know, we'll see. Like I said, I hope it comes true, but I've done this too long to just believe it's going to happen now, right? That whole Moore's Law thing, like all that stuff, we just have to remind ourselves, it isn't a law,
Yeah.
right? It's a group of people working really hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have to come up with really original ideas to solve stuff, and that you can't do that on a schedule.
Yeah. And just so this is for Doug Durham, Richard's on my side on this one. That was a long to get the answer to that question there.
Wait, it would get him?
Doug was in September 2025, thought he would be like able to drive
Oh, I
anywhere.
thought you were the one that
No,
thought it
I've,
would. Okay.
I've always believed it would be a problem. I actually am a little surprised. I always believed the technology was part of the problem. I always thought the lawyers were going to be the other half of the problem. They haven't actually been as big of a problem as I really expected them to be.
No.
So I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised by the lawyers. Lack of somehow making this into some sort of regulatory problem.
Lawyers or the politicians?
Well, either one.
Politicians are far more reactionary. Lawyers at least see financial opportunity. They can get a class action out of something. Like, how do they make money?
And maybe that's coming.
I don't think it would make any sense for individuals to own full self-driving cars. I think at the moment you get to a point where full self-driving really works,
Yeah.
it's totally reliable. Probably an expensive machine. But you're going to have a big company behind it. Maybe it's a Tesla or it's a Ford or something
Yeah.
like that. And I could see them then going to a city and saying, look, get rid of your taxis, get rid of your buses. We're going to operate the fleet. We're going to deal with the liability of the fleet. We're going to charge a certain amount. People are going to use an app. We're going to get your people to your trains because those are still really efficient. We're going to take care of all your handicapped, and we're just going to cut you a check every month.
And
That's it, right? And so the company takes on the burden for the most part. They're making a profit from it. The city makes a profit from stuff that was otherwise quite expensive, and the streets get somewhat simplified.
You don't need the parking.
Well, and bit by bit, people start thinking, well, then you get rid of your second car, because if you just need to go somewhere, well, use the service.
Yep.
Right? And eventually they're looking at your first car and going, I don't want to drive anymore.
Yeah.
Right? If it worked that well, and it was that reliable, and it's a collective service thing, here's the question. If you do it that way,
Yep.
what color is the car?
What color?
What color is the car?
Safety orange.
Safety orange?
No,
No.
I think
For pedestrians.
if it's not nobody likes looking at any car except their own.
Okay.
I think the
White.
the art of the car as an asset, the car as a feature of your personality
Yeah.
goes away.
Yeah.
So yeah, white or black.
Yeah.
The point will be, don't make this visible. I want to get rid of all the outside parking. Just have pull-up, pull-outs, right?
Yeah.
Park in the back, park underground, park with no space around it because there's nobody in it when you park it, right?
Yeah.
Like getting rid of the car as the accessory, right? I want to use the device because I can order the kind of vehicle I need. Oh, I got 6 people to move. Bring me a people mover,
Yeah.
right? Oh, it's just the 2 of us. Give me something small, right? Like
Yeah.
the fact that you can select whatever vehicle you want, it appears, it takes you where you want to go, and it disappears, right? Like I got a lot of problems with Uber as a company, but as someone who has to get a car service from point A to point B in countries where like I don't speak the language and I may or not be able to do the transaction. Uber solves all of that.
Yeah.
Even to the point where if the driver goes off track and takes a longer route, Uber knows it and reimburses me the difference.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So we know the software can make a difference. Now, if the drive could be fully automated, so it's even lower friction, it does are wildly compelling. Just a really hard problem to get to that point. But I think it'd be a remarkable change.
I think it would, when you look at the, you mentioned they just cut one check or whatever. There's some sort of, I think I've every once in a while done this math, kind of like, well, sometimes traveling, I don't get a rental.
Right.
I just Uber once I'm there. I'm like, well, I could maybe save myself a little bit, but actually I think the Uber is going to be just as cheap and way less stress.
And less stress. You don't have to do your navigation. Something else is doing that.
And I don't have to worry about if I get into an accident or all the weird things there. There's even like thinking like I have 2 kids, one's already has a car. My daughter will need to start driving this, and we'll get her a car of some kind to drive around. But what's the math?
Yeah.
If
do they even want to drive?
they do,
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also in a part of the world like that whole Uber thing makes way more sense in denser places
Yes,
like
I
New
agree.
England.
Yep.
I knew a guy in Boston gave up his car entirely, just took Uber, ended up being less.
yeah,
Right? And it was the parking.
yeah.
Right.
You don't pay for parking. You don't pay for your insurance.
And don't pay the vehicle.
Because every time I pay insurance, I'm like, what the heck am I paying
Yeah,
for?
yeah.
Well, and then you pay your vehicle. That's way more either upfront or monthly than.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do a lot of Ubers for what you're paying each
Sure.
month.
Hey, but out here, you guys haul longer distances,
We do,
which
we
add
do.
up on Uber, and you have adverse driving conditions
We do.
at times.
We do.
So
I also don't think there's here in Lincoln would be enough Ubers. I think you'd be waiting a lot and angry.
Yeah.
I would quickly this was a bad decision. So I think
the correct amount of waiting is none.
yes, that would be those white cars just
Yeah.
pop right up next to you. Yes, and then you're out. No one would notice. Even a minute, you'd be fine. But if it's a blistering 100-degree day,
Yeah, no.
2 minutes
Yeah.
is too way is
Now
3
the
minutes too
Uber
long.
I pinged to get to the airport to come here, I pinged from inside the
Oh,
apartment
yeah.
I was staying, and it said 4 minutes, and fine, finished getting organized and walked down, and as I came out, he was pulling up. That's how you want
Yeah.
the system to work.
Yeah, and they do on Uber kind of show you where they're at too, which is
Yeah.
very nice. You
Yeah,
can kind of time things.
It's part of the way, the business model is not the great part of Uber. It's
Yeah.
the software,
Yeah.
right? What they do to the drivers is not great.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of challenges there, but boy, that app gives you a
Yeah.
lot of confidence.
It does.
Makes you comfortable, especially in a faraway place.
yeah. Or any town that's we're way more accustomed to driving in smaller towns.
Sure.
Like if you're in LA, which I've drove in LA
Yeah.
or in Atlanta, that's a rough drive.
Yeah.
It's really nice when you just
Yeah.
Uber.
Try Sydney, Australia.
I-
You're on the wrong side of the road.
Oh yeah, you would be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
and the roads are just a mess. That's all sort of pre-car, so the roads are all over the place. It's really hilly. I don't want to drive in Sydney.
Yeah.
I never want to drive in Sydney. I'll take an Uber every time.
Well, I'm not going to drive if it's on the other side of the road. I just don't think my brain can tolerate
You,
that.
you get used to that.
I don't know if I
I do
could.
that. I do that a fair bit.
Really?
But yeah. Eventually you learn. You always sit towards the center of the road.
Yeah.
Right. And so
I hope I would
it's
remember
the
that.
turns, right?
Oh yeah.
It's the turns that get you. When the left turn is now the close turn and the
Yeah.
right turn is the far turn, that's tough. That, and for the most part, especially with the Australian cars, they flip the stocks. So every time I go to hit the turn signal, windshield wipers.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
I drove Carl to take him to the family farm down in New Zealand many years ago, and we got a Holden Commodore, which is a very classic Australian car.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. But
It's related to Pontiacs, but it's
Okay,
just your
yeah,
sort of standard
yeah.
sedan. And we get all loaded up, and he tried to get on the wrong side. I'm like, "Did you really want to drive?" He goes, "No, God." And we get all set up. It's like, "Listen, over the next 3 hours as we're going to the farm, you're going to see the windshield wipers go off every so often." And it's because I meant to hit the turn signal. It's just they're the wrong way around, right? So
just let it
just
go.
so you know, that's what's happening.
Is the gear shift in the middle?
Yep.
Then? So that would be awkward for me.
Oh
too.
yeah, no. I once rented a camper van in New Zealand that was diesel and manual.
Ooh.
And so, shifting on the left, but the box pedals the same.
Okay.
So your clutch still on the left, and the shift block is still the same. So up and to the left for first, right? Click, 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 click. So that was right, but wrong hand.
I haven't done a manual in 20 plus years at this
Yeah,
point.
well, you know,
I'd probably-
I don't know what I was thinking.
yeah, that
It
sounds
was
like
an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we thinking on pizza here?
Yeah. Do you know our rating system?
No, tell me your ratings.
0 to 10. Most people, the cool people, put decimals in there if you want.
That's way too much work.
I don't decimal, but I'm not cool.
0, 1, 2, 3-ish. That's terrible. I don't want to eat any of
That's
it.
none of this pizza.
We start getting 4, 5, 6. That's, it's pizza, so it's got some level of good
Yeah.
no matter what. 6s and 7s is usually, I like this, I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time. 8, 9, 10, that's like the I'm going to keep eating until I hate myself because it's so good.
A revelation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this is revelatory pizza. I mean, I'm educated now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it definitely, I think we're playing in the 6, 7 range. Both of these pieces are edible. I would order them again.
Sure.
Actually, I wouldn't because I'd order one of the other ones. Like this
Sure.
seems like a nice piece of place. I like their style. I think their bread, their crust is impressive. So I want to try some other flavors. But other than that, and I'm deeply disturbed that I'm not upset about the cream cheese. Like that seems very, very wrong. But I am not disturbed by the cream cheese.
Come to Nebraska, you learn something.
I learned. I'm educated.
All these
I'm in a
times in
different place.
Nebraska, and you just now learn.
Now look, I don't eat a lot of pizza anymore.
Okay.
It's the road trips.
Okay.
Right? When we did that road trip in 2012, we did 34 cities in 13 weeks. Right? 5 shows a week, right? Monday to Thursday, couldn't do one on Friday, and then we
You
do
should
like
just
an
do
all
that
day on
again.
Saturday. Sure. And of course, almost every stop, there would be pizza.
Yep.
Right? And then there's always leftover pizza. You've done enough events.
Yeah.
So they're always trying to give us pizza.
Yeah.
Hey, you take this on the road. It's like, we get new pizza tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't need used.
And finally, after a week or two, you're like, anything other than pizza. Like, please. Anything. Now, the great part is when we got further to the south, there was plenty of barbecue.
Oh yeah.
The barbecue's so good. And in different parts, we get like a Chipotle or something like that. And that was great for feeding like the vegetarians and the carnivores. Like,
Yeah.
you had all that choice. And it still came in about, pizza's cheap food, right? And
Yeah.
so, but I came out of that road trip, and admittedly, that's more than 10 years ago now. Just never really need to eat a pizza again.
You're done.
Yeah, and so when there's a menu of stuff, pizza's not going to be on the choice. Now that being said, good pizza's still good,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And a good, thin crust, well-made pizza, like I'm going to respect that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to choose it. I really over my quota on pizza.
Okay.
By a long way.
You've hit your limit.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get over it.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm not permanently traumatized, but so much as I just know I probably should eat something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next time we have you on, we'll get this is actually a barbecue joint and pizza.
Oh, legit.
And they have a barbecue pizza.
Oh,
with brisket on it, with
Yeah.
cream cheese and jalapenos and
And of course,
everything.
cream cheese.
So,
Yeah.
And a little drizzle of like barbecue sauce, or
yeah,
Yeah. It's quite good.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think have you ever thought about doing a show like This Week in Salad?
No, not at all. I try not to eat
Veggies.
That's my rule.
Good thing we didn't. This would be put an iceberg lettuce on everything right now.
Oh.
That seems unwise.
Oh,
I don't know that I'd do that.
Actually, yes. That would be dangerous for all of us. Ugh.
Disclaimer before the episode.
Yeah.
Yes, you may need to spend some time in the bathroom.
Oh, like back at the gummy bear days.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your rating for this pizza? Which one you rating? Or
I think this was better than that one. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a 7. That's a 6.
Yeah, 9, 8. If I didn't do
Well,
decimals.
you're a
six.
believer, but this is your favorite pizza. You picked this one.
It's like my 3rd favorite pizza
Okay.
of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way up there.
You know what? I respect that. That is a pretty damn good pizza. You can't go far wrong.
I'm gonna do also 9, 7.
You guys are generous.
We are generous. We're
generous.
Nebraska nice.
Yeah,
Maybe we need to come up and show Canadians nice.
Yeah, if you came to my town, I have a pizza place I would take you to, and the crust would be a little thinner and crisper than this. The toppings are really nice. So that's pizza I got my way for. It's a
Okay.
Mina pizza. That's a good pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Local chain.
We did do a protein, healthy cauliflower. It was an odd one, and we definitely gave it like 2s and 3s. So we can be harsh when we need to be.
Yeah. Just eat the bread.
Yeah.
Eat the bread. Come on.
Here's a slight pause. This will be our cliffhanger. What's the worst pizza you've ever had?
I've had so much bad pizza.
Like for me, before you answer, it's the pizza like Disneyland.
Oh,
They had like Astro Pizza or something back in the day. It was like eating cardboard.
yeah.
I had a Tostino pizza microwaved once. That was pretty bad.
That was better than Tostino's microwave is way better than that.
It was those party pizzas, though. Do you remember those?
It's still better than that pizza we had, that cauliflower crust pizza.
Cauliflower crust pizza is not good.
Oh, this one
Yeah.
you couldn't
There's no
lift it
saving
up. You
that.
pick it up and it would like you could have just rolled it up and had it like a burrito.
Way
when
better
it's-
than
But when you roll it up and it just shattered too, right? Because the cauliflower will do that. It'll just fall apart on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this microwave one, that was bad.
I could eat
But
that.
probably still better than the cauliflower.
better than cauliflower. That
But it wasn't the cauliflower's fault. There was a bunch of other stuff going on there. that
Yeah,
wasn't
I
great.
know. And it's like it's cruel and unusual punishment to cauliflower. Like there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with cauliflower. Just
Yeah.
don't do that to
yeah,
it.
you deep fat fry it like a normal
What is
person.
that? Yeah. That's the best thing about fry. You can deep fry pencil erasers. Still
Yeah,
be good, right? You can save cauliflower, but don't make it pizza crust.
Yeah,
That's bad.
All right, so your worst pizza, do you have one stick out?
No, it's going to be one of those tour stops where the guy ordered the cheapest pizza he could find, and it was really thick and doughy, and the cheese had all separated, dripping oil off the side of it. And you're like, I don't need to eat today. Like, it's not good.
Have a bag of chips back at the hotel.
Yeah, something, right? They just
Yeah.
find a way
Yeah.
to, on those tour stops, we'd go out afterwards. You've done a 3-hour show, you're pretty wound up, so we usually go out and get something else
Yeah.
to eat and have a drink with the organizers and try and have some fun. And then they try and pass the pizza off on us, and I'm like, no,
No.
that's good.
Okay.
You don't fight too hard because you are perfectly capable of throwing away pizza yourself. So.
Yeah.
But you do what you can do. But yeah, I've done so much cheap venue pizza in so many places, and there's bad and there's really,
Really bad,
very
yeah.
bad. Yeah, and that's just don't eat bad pizza. Life's too short.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
Life's too short for bad pizza.
That's
gotta
it.
be a tagline for the
Yeah.
podcast.
I'll update that. That's good.
Yeah, keep that one.
Yeah, we will. You want another piece or anything? Or
I think I'm good. This was fun.
Okay.
It's a nice place. I'd like to try a different pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had a bad one.
No.
I haven't
I'm
had
gonna
a
grab
bad
you
one.
one. I'm gonna grab you one more of those.
Yeah.